Hi everyone, and welcome to Screams After Midnight. This is our weekly horror YouTube show in which we discuss horror films from the past and the present every week. This week's film is Demonic Toys, which was released in 1992. It's a direct-to-video film released by Film and Features. With me this week, as per usual, is Tim.
Hello.
Joseph.
Hello.
And Kevin.
Hello.
And let's be honest, guys, this is take two. Take one did not record as planned. So we already had this discussion, which means this one might be a little bit wacky. But Demonic Toys, in case you read a synopsis, toys come to life and kill people. There you go. I'm not doing the whole thing again. I explained it in depth last time. And then it turns out there's a demonic presence that's trying to impregnate a woman.
Wants to do the nasty with her.
Wants to do the nasty with her. She's already pregnant. And there you go. I'm going to let you guys take this one away. Tim, what did you think of Demonic Toys? Pretend I've not heard this before. Pretend this is the first time.
Will do. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think it's pretty fun. It reminds me of like the kind of movie I used to rent like growing up when I go to the video store. I'd look for like these type of horror movies. And actually, I remember like seeing this one around a lot. Actually, it's kind of weird. I didn't mention this on the our first attempt at recording, but my roommate actually, my roommate slash friend Todd, who actually just had to move out, but who I was living with for about a year up until a little bit ago.
Just turn it into Tim's like life story here. What? Get to the point.
He was a big fan of this movie, and we had like a giant poster for this movie in our kitchen.
I keep feeling like you're about to point to him if he's going to come on screen.
I'm almost glad like we had to redo this, because why did you not mention that? That's a pretty
just slipped my mind.
Connection to the movie. Jesus.
But yeah, that's it. It's really weird because I don't know if I had seen it up until then, but I would like always walk by it whenever I'd get like pizza or something. But yeah, it's really fun. There's some cool kills. It's I think there's some legitimately good parts, and then there's some like so cheesy, so bad it's good parts. And always nice to see early work from David Goyer.
Oh, look at you dropping the bit of trivia that I gave you in the last take. Yeah, David S. Goyer actually wrote the screenplay for this. You may know him. He co-wrote Batman Begins and then wrote and directed a bunch of really shit films after that when he thought he could do it himself.
Better films, yes.
Yeah. That's actually true. This is one of his better films.
Give him props, starting off strong.
Yeah, he started strong. I mean, it's funny actually because The Unborn, I think it was called. No, The Uninvited, which was his, was also about like something trying to go inside a pregnant woman. I think. Was it The Uninvited? Or was it no, it was The Unborn. It was Unborn.
Yeah, it's The Unborn. That's the one with the head upside down.
I think so. Was that about that? Oh. Maybe I'm wrong. Was that about a twin actually?
The twins who, whenever the other twin eats one of them, so only one twin's born.
I don't know if one ate the other one. I just know.
Oh no, it's kind of how it's described. Like in the uterus, one absorbs the other almost.
Yeah. That sounds really vile. One eating the other one. That is like fucking cannibal. Like not even out the mum yet, and is already eating people.
Two babies enter, one leaves.
Enter.
I don't know.
I don't know if I'd call it like. That makes it sound like someone shoved a baby up their vagina.
Yeah, man, it's Thunderwomb.
Thank goodness for take two.
Oh Christ! Yeah, Demonic Toys is a cheesy sort of fun movie. I mentioned in the first take again. But I liked some of the practical effects, particularly the way the baby doll actually smirks the first time you see the baby. There's this like very perfect smirk that slowly forms, like just sort of like, and it's actually really well animated, which is really nice, and that surprised me. The lead actress in this is Tracy something or other. I can't remember her name now, but
Cat Grant from Lois and Clark.
Yeah, Cat Grant from Lois and Clark. That's where you might know her from.
Scoggins,
yes, Tracy Scoggins. Yeah, it's a really weird name actually. But yeah, so she's the lead actress, and there's a bunch of other characters. There's the security guard, the fat security guard who likes his chicken, and
It doesn't taste like chicken.
that doesn't taste like chicken. And then there's the chicken delivery driver who has a really bad attitude. They really like looking at Playboys because they randomly pull out an issue of Playboy and go, "Have you seen Miss July yet?" No, I haven't. Oh, she brings a tear to your eye, and something else. I believe is the dialogue. Kevin, you actually said that you enjoyed this less than the video dead from last week, which is quite a monumental statement. So, please do explain yourself.
Hindsight is a beautiful thing, and I think that looking back on it, I actually had quite a bit of fun with the video dad, despite
wait.
Is it due to our banter?
I thought you were going to change your opinion on what you just gave us in the first take, and I was going to say, wait a minute, he's changing his mind. This is wrong. Continue. Right,
I had a relatively good amount of fun with video dad, or as much as you can with awful script, and I felt less connected with this one, but as I said, it might be because of the version I watched and the discombobulated way that it was. Anyway, but yeah, I just felt that this was less of a fun time, although there were fun elements to it, like the kills and the. There's a wheel. I didn't mention this in the first take.
All this exclusive material. Tim's dropping great stories. I can't actually wait to hear the bomb that Kevin's about to drop.
We also didn't do ratings the first take.
Oh yeah,
that's
we didn't.
true. Yeah, I forgot to do ratings. That was a warm up. We had a warm up, and this is the good results of that warm up, right, Kevin?
There's a part in it where the random girl that lives in the vents.
We didn't even talk about the random girl who lives in the vents.
We did bring her up in the last take.
Well, we
Manic
did.
pixie homeless girl.
But I mean, like, we've not even mentioned it yet. Yeah, there's a random homeless girl who lives in the vents who ran away from home because her dad likes to use it for target practice or something.
Batting practice.
Batting practice, yes. She just shows up though. I mean, we mentioned this in the last.
The film.
We mentioned this in the last take though, but like we're introduced to all these characters: the security guard, the delivery guy, the cop, the criminal that she's like chased down and got handcuffed. And halfway through the film, and I mentioned that I glanced away to look at my computer screen for something for a second, glanced back, and then this woman was just there, crawling out of a vent. I'm like, did I miss something? Where the fuck did she come from? So, yeah, the woman who just comes out the vents for no reason and has insight. These toys come alive, and she's got all this insight knowledge. She's like
evil spirits. They're not just possessed toys. They're evil spirits.
And then when the delivery guy starts seeing hallucinations, she even starts giving them information. She's like, those aren't toys, and they aren't real girls. They're hallucinations. Like, how do you know?
How long has this been going on for you to know?
Yeah.
Jesus.
She might as well have just been like, hold on, let me explain some exposition. That's basically what she was for.
Yeah, because I actually just had like a little intro music. It's like, this is exposition time. Exposition. Just to have her talk to the camera and explain to the audience like a narrator, then go back. That's what she should have done. And another thing that we should mention as well, that I mentioned in the last take, the take that's lost in the annals of time.
The warm-up.
The warm-up. This movie starts with her and her partner, who also happens to be her boyfriend, who are living together.
Convenience.
Very convenient. And she tells him that she's pregnant, which is going to figure out the plot later because the demonic spirit wants to then, implant himself onto that unborn baby. But, so it starts with them waiting for people to show up. It turns out to be arms dealers, gun smugglers, or whatever you want to call them. And this is them undercover pretending to buy guns. And then, randomly, after just discussing the price, the male cop pulls out his gun and says, "You're under arrest." There's no backup. There's not a SWAT team comes out, from the hiding places, nothing like that. Our main character, the female cop, isn't even ready for it. He just pulls out his gun and yells, "You're under arrest," randomly. While the other guy's actually holding a gun. And he thinks this is going to go well. He gets shot, and he dies. Quite frankly, he was asking for it.
He honestly may have when he found out she was pregnant.
Right, he was pretending to be happy about it. I'm going to be a dad. Fuck this. I'm getting a shot in the next 5 minutes. I don't know. I do like that it just sort of threw you into this though, because the female cop then chases the criminal who shot him into the warehouse, and then the movie just gets going. We're there, and it happens. And it's all one night, one building, cheerfully low budget. And some of the elements a little bit goofy, like when like one of the dolls or whatever is like biting the neck. It's the Jack in the Box is biting the neck of the guy, and he's just like flailing about, pretending.
Throw the toy already.
Yeah, just throw the toy already. Exactly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of moments like that where you think, couldn't they just kick the toy or run away or do something? Like, they wouldn't be in that much jeopardy.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how when people watch zombies movies, they say, they're so slow, they're no threat at all. Like, but at least there is threat, because if you're not paying attention or they sneak up on you or whatever. But here, I was legit thinking, it's a toy, fucking kick it. Like, I mean, fair enough, if there was like 10,000 of them, you'd be outnumbered, but there's 3 of them.
That first criminal, when the teddy bear's coming up, he actually just holds his hand out for it to bite his fingers off.
Yeah.
Not trying to swat it away or push it away. He just holds out his hand so he can take it.
Yeah, we're actually ripping this to shreds now, even though we all quite enjoyed it for the most part. Because it's a fun, cheesy 90s direct-to-video movie. That's what it is. It's got its goofy elements, but it's got some fun gore. The characters are paper thin, but not annoying, which is really what you can ask for, I guess, for a movie like this.
You didn't think the security guard was annoying?
He died quick, though.
That's true.
I mean, he went early. Full spoilers, by the way, for the movie. Fair warning.
Honestly, wasn't also said in the first take either.
Not it was. So at least giving it 2/3 into the episode is at least better than the last take, which didn't give it at all.
Yes.
So better. And maybe take 3. I'll get it right, and we'll do that at the start. I'm kidding, guys. I won't be a take 3.
I was giving my hopes up.
Although, as I say that, I glance at the recording program just to make sure that it's ticking over, that it's going up. Oh Christ! So that's Demonic Toys. Let's give this some ratings then. This will be a short episode, but we can't fake the first time conversation over again. We've made the basic. Is anyone else actually want to say anything before we go into ratings? Just anything else?
Well, yes. You didn't come back to me this take. You went Tim, Kevin, and skipped me.
Okay, I know what your answer's going to be, but what was your favourite? What was the thing that made the movie to you, Joseph?
Well, I'm going to go out and buy a baby doll for my son Atticus that looks exactly like Baby Oopsie Daisy. Baby Oopsie Daisy is the best part of this film. The moment that the guard first sees Baby Oopsie Daisy and he says, whatever Baby Oopsie Daisy is, I can walk, I can talk, I can shit my pants. The guard reacts with, what the hell? Baby Oopsie Daisy, can you shit your pants before shooting him in the kneecap? My favorite death in that whole film, and also with the random homeless girl who's there for 12 minutes to get stabbed in the eye. Don't look now, stab.
Speaking of the eyes, the hallucination of the boyfriend who rips out his eyes.
I've only got eyes for you.
I've only got eyes for you, and then rips them out. So yeah, it's a pretty silly, fun, not good necessarily. Well, at least not overly.
There was a part in it where I was wondering if it was sort of a Back to the Future reference, but it was the random homeless girl who's there for exposition says the chicken guy doesn't want to get in his in the vent, and then she says, "What are you, chicken?" And then he says, "Don't say that word to me." Sort of a Back to the Future reference there.
Actually, I'm glad you mentioned the vent, because I forgot to say this take. The vent, which is big enough for 2 people to crawl side by side in. Vents in real life aren't big enough for 1 person to crawl in, and we always people point this out all the time when you watch Die Hard or something and he's crawling in the vent. Vents really aren't big enough for that, right? But that's a little bit of artistic license, you let it away with it because it makes for a fun movie. But this movie actually has a vent big enough for two people, two adults, two fully grown people, to crawl side by side down. With that, let's go to the ratings.
All right.
So, how many baby oopsie daisies out of 10 are we giving Demonic Toys? Let's start with Tim.
I would, on like again, going by like the normal movie scale that we've been using, as opposed to like the so bad it's good kind of scale, I would give it a 5 baby oopsie daisies.
Cool. Kevin, as someone who enjoyed this less than the video did, how many baby oopsie daisies would you give this out of 10?
I'm gonna go a bit lower than Tim. I'm gonna go for 4.5 baby oopsie daisies.
4.5 baby oopsie daisies. Poor oopsie, baby oopsie daisy number 5's been split in half, ripped to shreds by Kevin over there on his
Burned.
soulless heart. Joseph.
Well, I'm gonna take that half of his oopsie baby oopsie daisy he didn't want. I'll give it a 5.5 baby oopsie daisies out of 10.
5.5. Oh,
I want to be higher than Tim. And I'm not the mean one with this one.
I think I'd go as high as a 6. I would say 6 baby oopsie daisies, just because it knows what it is. It's fun, stupid fun, and that's all you can.
It runs with it.
Yeah, it just runs with it. It's not trying to be anything it isn't. It's goofy in places, it's silly in places, but it's a fun time. It's got charm. I was never bored, and that's worth something. Even if the movie's terrible, if I was never bored, it's worth something. So there you go. That's Demonic Toys. So we will be back next week, but in the meantime, guys, keep watching scary movies. We will be back with another horror film next week on Screams After Midnight. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Yep.